Do you want to just quickly like say hi to the people that might be watching the judging process and just share like your pro tip of what you would be thinking in your mind as like a mental model when you go through looking at the different cold emails?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Jay Yang, and I've built a career off of cold emails. So I'm excited to see some amazing cold emails. Whenever I'm thinking of doing cold emails, I like to think of this one question, which is, how can I make it a no-brainer to say yes? And so that's the question that I'll be playing in my mind as I review these emails. Like, how can I make it a no-brainer for the other person to say yes and make it as low friction as possible?
Okay, awesome. Cool. Let's quickly get into them. So I've shortlisted a couple of these. Um, all right, this is the first one. If you want to have a quick look.
Yeah. How cool.
And oh, really quickly, the criteria that we're going for are best cold email overall, most valuable reply, and best subject line. So just look at, remember the subject line, the person who
Can you paste
replied.
that in the chat so I
Yeah.
can
Okay.
see that?
Yeah.
Thank you. What's the most valuable reply? As in, if they respond, you respond back.
No, no, as in like the most valuable person to reply. So there's actually two in there. One was Paul Graham that replied to one like kid that's in high school, and the other one was Mark Randolph that replied. So I think like between them, one of them would win that.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right. So, yeah, man.
I just liked how readable this email was in general. Not a lot of, I guess, value provided, but the person did also get a reply.
Yeah, I think right off the bat, um, some feedback would be making this skimmable. So I like how there's bold. I think like the first sentence I like to keep really short and concise,
Yeah.
because it just makes it easier to read. Because if the first sentence goes the entire length of the email,
Yeah.
it signals to me that, oh, this is a lot of effort. I gotta like lock in and read this.
Hmm.
Um, and then I think like just simple grammar things like the second sentence, give them smooth streaks, progress visualization, badges that feel rewarding, and boom. Um, I think just if we can clean up that English, like if we just put it in Hemingway app or in ChatGPT,
Yeah.
I think that definitely improves it.
Hmm. Okay, fair enough. Um, let's just because I think there's like quite a few. Let's do like maybe a minute or 2 minutes of feedback per email, and then like we'll choose the one that you think is the best after you see all of them.
Cool.
So this was a reply to that email. Um, Okay, this is one of the emails. So this guy cold emailed the person and actually said that they're in this 8-day cold email hackathon and this is a person that they chose. And they just wanted to ask a question to get better at, I think, cold emailing at scale.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like that it's a specific question that's easy to answer. Um,
Yeah,
and so it's like if I open this and I skimmed it, I'd be like, oh, I can answer that really quickly and get it going.
yeah. Yeah, I like that it ends with like one line help, so it makes it as low friction as possible to it's like a good reminder that oh, I only have to reply in one line. So this was the reply, and yeah, it's funny. He said like one line helps, and then psychologically, it's like if you start writing one line, you actually feel like writing a lot more. And so, yeah, you got like a good reply to that question.
Sweet.
Okay, this is another one. The subject line, I think, is a reference from Bharatnatyam, which is a type of dance. So I think it's really personalized. I like that as a subject line.
Yeah, I like the subject line's personal. I think we break up the text again. Like if it goes to full, it's just like, oh, I gotta read this. Um,
Hmm.
I think I think I would love this email to have more give and less ask.
Hmm.
Like open to a quick chat is work for me. And I don't know if your idea is good or legit or worth investing my time into. So maybe like an attachment of like more thoughts or like a Loom video of like what
Yeah,
you're thinking.
yeah, for sure. I liked how this email sounds a lot natural and human. Like the writing is very natural. Um, yeah, but I agree. It could be a little bit more undeniable, as you like to say, in terms of like providing
I also
value.
think like if you go back to that, there's too many I's in the first sentence. I like to
Mm-hmm.
like think of you, like, can I give
Mm-hmm.
you a compliment? Can I tell you how much your product has changed my life? Instead of I find it ingenious, I wish I'd known about it when I took it.
Mm-hmm.
I've also done this thing. Actually, I had a universe. Like it's not, it's very like inward thinking, not outward thinking.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. So this one was actually super interesting because this person said that they got five multiple like six-figure job offers. They got referred for five six-figure job offers, all through just LinkedIn DMs. And I like the subject line of this. I was thinking like this might be even a contender for the best subject line. And it was just sending people like all I want for Christmas is a company
I
referral. I thought that was like
love
pretty
that.
funny.
That's my favorite subject line so far.
Yeah. This one was a good subject line as well, in my opinion. I don't think this one was a like I really like how this cold email is written, but in terms of like an ask or value provided, there wasn't. I guess that was in the context of the email.
Hmm. I think I like the subject line, the under the chicken, if it's specific to Diana.
Mm, I'm not
I
sure.
think like the only thing I change, and I like the ending of like you have links to your stuff, your books, your LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Um, the only thing I change is the ask is kind of vague. Um,
yeah,
it asks me to like, oh, it's not specific enough.
fair, fair. How do you think it could be a little bit more specific?
Well, I guess what's the ideal outcome? Do you want to invite Diana to a event? Do you want to co-run an event with
Mm.
Diana? Like, do you want to get invited to an event that she's already gone to? Like, I think like there's a little bit more digging that needs to happen.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What do you think of this cold email?
Yeah, I like the subject line. I think it could probably be shorter, um,
Hmm.
because I don't know if it gets cut off. There's a certain character limit. I forgot what it is, like 45 characters. Um, I love that you lead with your age because that's an advantage at 14.
Yeah,
Um, I think you should, I think like in this case, it's like know your avatar. Like Paul doesn't take many calls. And so instead of I would love to chat, even 10 minutes would mean a lot. It's like ask for a specific piece of feedback on what you're building so that he can reply via email because I don't think he takes calls.
yeah. So I don't think yeah, I think the character did cut off because I thought that there was more to it. Okay, I'll find the full email, but yeah, I think like I mean PG has to be in the most valuable reply, right? Like I don't think Mark Randolph is more valuable in terms of Paul Graham for a reply, especially to like a 14-year-old. What do you think?
I mean, the qualifications are up to you. I don't know if I would necessarily judge something by the most like who is the most valuable person to have replied. I think like
As in
did
like
you
the
get the
hardest
outcome that you wanted?
person, as in like the hardest person to reach out to. Like it's more
Yeah, I mean, I
valuable.
guess in that case, then Paul Graham is probably harder to reach out to than Mark Randall.
Yeah, I thought okay, this cold email was also pretty well written. But
Not
I
a
guess
big fan of the subject line.
yeah. But I guess I think more value could be provided instead of just attaching the resume.
I mean, I like the first sentence. I think my ideal was stolen, not
Hmm.
literally but figuratively. That was good. Um,
Yeah, it's engaging, right? Get you hooked.
I probably wouldn't start with the growing up because immediately it's like, all right, he's got a lot to say. I would skim over that and then skip to my name is etc. I'm, in high school, blah, blah, blah. So I would
Yeah.
like, I think the only thing I'd do is try and make it a little bit more condensed and shorter.
Mm. Yeah, and also like providing more value maybe. Um, yeah, this was good. I think this was a person that has their own podcast and they wanted to send a Facebook ad written for the person. I also really like the PS line of this. It's super relatable.
Yeah, I like it. I think it reduces the friction of like, it's specific, like you could tell that research was done. Um, you could tell you did the work ahead of time to create a Facebook ad and a research
Mhm.
breakdown. It's a personal PS, so I like it.
Do you think it's better to attach the work that you've done, for example, in this? Do you think it would have been better if the person just attached the Facebook ad and then send the email, or it's better to first ask if the person wants it?
Me personally, I would attach it, just because emails get lost, and so maybe they open this one, but they didn't open the reply. They won't open the reply, and so like, um,
Okay, fair.
that's the only reason.
Mm, yeah, that makes sense. This was another good similar kind of email the same person sent, and she instantly said, I'm sending this icy cold email, and then here are the few things I can take off your plate immediately. And then in the end, I think she asks for like a very low friction ask, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reply tells you what could be improved about this email, which is
Mm.
like great email, except there's no proof, which is
Mm.
important.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I thought this cold email was really hilarious.
This is my favorite, the entire
Yeah.
email. I like the subject line. Uh, I like that the first sentence is like, I've been watching your YouTube channel for 4 years, which is like, oh,
Mm.
wow, it's like a good compliment. Um,
There's a lot more, like, if you just have a quick glance over it, you'll see a lot more you versus I's in this whole email. And then it just makes it a lot more about the other person.
yeah, and I like the PS, which is like, you don't have to like you could be doing something else and I want to talk to you. Like I love that.
Mm.
I love that you link to the LinkedIn. And I think the follow-up especially.
Hmm. Yeah, 100%. So would you would you contend this for like the best, one of the best?
Yeah, so far that's my favorite overall cold email.
Oh, that's amazing. So there's this other one also by the same person. And I just thought the subject line was pretty funny. Like, my family history demands that I reach out to you.
Hmm. This one I'm not as keen on. I like the subject line.
Hmm.
Um, I don't like the line, I would love to hear your story, because
Yeah.
like it conflicts with what you said in the beginning, which was that you know her family story. So I think
Okay.
I'd make the ask just more specific. Like office hours is vague. Do you want a one-on-one call? Do you want to just be in the class?
Yeah.
Do you want to learn Spanish, or do you want to hear my story? Like, or do you want to be in my class? There's just so many different. I don't know how to
Hmm.
say yes to this.
To mark around those.
I like that. That first sentence is awesome. Your tweets are the reason I spent 20 minutes in the bathroom. That's awesome. Well said. Uh, I think the only thing I'd change about this email is it's very forward without any proof. And so it's
Hmm.
like anyone can make a big claim, like I'll take your YouTube channel from X to Y. Um, but there's a million of people who say, "Hey, can I edit for you? Hey, can I work on your YouTube? Hey, can I grow your Instagram?"
Okay.
And so like there has to be some element of proof, because the biggest thing that Mark wants to save is not money, but time. And
Right.
so this email puts the burden on Mark to figure out who you are, if you're whether you're good or not, and whether you're like a weirdo. And so immediately it's just like I'd rather say no, save myself time, than have to do all the digging and figure out who you are. And so I would attach a portfolio. I would address some of the concerns that Mark probably has.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, like the first sentence, that great opening.
Okay. All right, perfect. I think those are all the cold emails. So what I'll do is let me stop recording right here.